someone who is actually innocent, like Brendan Dassey. When you have an innocent person sentenced to life behind prison, that's exactly the situation that the clemency power was tailor-made to address. This is a case that federal judges have called a profound miscarriage of justice, and we're calling on Governor Evers to remedy that injustice today.
For tomorrow, no, I won't give it a break. Don't need to beg, steal, or borrow. Watch me as I walk through this way. I'm busy building an empire. Don't really care what they say. I'm only here for a good time. Drown 'em out like now, no mistake. Mind over matter, take control. All my visions are set in stone. Don't kill my fire. I'm flawless by design. Can't change my mind. Got too much on the line. Won't waste my time. You better recognize. Don't kill my vibe. I'm feeling so alive. I was born for this. Born for this. I was born for this. Ooh.
Hi.
I'm rocking out. I'm watching YouTube, so.
You're fine. So, hi, Linda, and hi, Carrie. Welcome, Carrie. I think this is your second time on here, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yay.
Thank you for having
Be
me.
on here more often. You're just beautiful. Inside, too. That must be why you're so beautiful outside, because you're so beautiful inside.
So, Pete. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So Pete is under the weather today. He has a toothache and it's really bad, so that's why he's not here. So I invited. Yep, much love to Pete. We always miss him when he's not here. So I invited Carrie up. So thank you for coming, Carrie.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And, you know, if anybody else wants to jump up, here's the link. And everyone's always welcome to come up on Positively Brendan Fridays, just as long as you're positive. So, and you support Brendan.
We have a good chat. We don't have to worry about that. And
yeah.
If we don't, we got a heavy red chair there.
Right? So, welcome everybody. Yep, welcome. We got Dozer, we got Chucking Convictions, we've got Robin, Leanne, and Jen.
I can't see the chat. Uh-oh.
Broken Dishes. It's hard when you're on your phone. I think it's
okay.
Nicola.
It might be different on your phone. We would know. What do you do? Go to you're on your phone. You can't do it.
Cherie.
My laptop.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different when you're on your phone.
Yeah, because see, what I do is pop out the chat and then I look at StreamYard. So I'm looking at you guys for real time because it's like, you know, like a 15 or 20 second difference on YouTube than it is right here. So yeah. But I like to type on this chat, you know, not on this little one on the side that we got, which I can't type on anyway. In fact, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, I'm the only one that can type in that chat.
How rude of you, StreamYards. That's one of those things when they send me that little, how do you like what we're doing? That's going to be a suggestion that I'll put in every time. Hi, Nicola.
Yep. Hello. So, some cool Brendan news. I got more postcards. Yay. I actually got a really big box full of postcards. Yay.
I put your email in the chat already so they can call you.
Thank you. Yeah. If anybody wants they're free. The only deal is you got to send a couple to Governor Evers. But, you know, if you want, if you already got postcards and you want more postcards, if okay, Robin, I'll send you some more. Yeah. If you want, if you haven't gotten a postcard and you want a postcard, just email me your address and I'll make sure you get one. And like I said, you know, All you got to do is just send one to Governor Evers. Send a couple because I tried to send everyone like 3 or 4. Because I figured you can send one to Governor Evers, one to Josh Call. You can send one to somebody else you may know, or you can send them to wherever, right? So
I got them addressed already going out.
Send some.
I'm not gonna dox people, but I got a couple going to a different country, and then I got one going to the governor, and I'm gonna put one of his own quotes on his thing.
There you go. That's a good idea. All right, yeah, I can send.
By the way,
I'll send Leanne and Robin a few more, absolutely. And I'm sorry, what did you say, Carrie?
I want some too, but I was saying you could send to Brendan too.
Yeah.
Like with the message on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as you put your address on the back of it with your message, and I think it'll be fine because that's the qualifications to
get the mail, right?
Yeah. So we'll see if he gets them, but yeah, I'll send you some more too, Nicola. Absolutely. So,
yeah.
And if you guys haven't, if you guys already did it, it's no worries. But if you'd like to take a picture with it too, I just mailed off a bunch of pictures of people holding their card. It's just that kind of stuff is what really also helps brighten Brendan's day, as far as he sees that what we're doing for him. So. Yeah.
He's in my everyday life. Either I'm wearing him, talking about him, or writing about him.
I was just going to say, we're wearing him today.
Every day.
Oh,
shoot. I made a vow to wear only Brendan wear every day, especially if I'm out in public.
Yeah.
So that's good awareness. You know what I mean? That's just the vow I'm going to make, wear Brendan on every day. I deal with it every day. I want you people and if you don't know, come talk to me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to tell them about what I'm doing on Twitter because maybe other people would like to do this too.
Yeah, go for it.
I started to trying to get him to swallow his own. You can make a person feel very bad by using their own words against them.
Yeah.
So my thing is to take a sentence or two from Mr. Evers' own mouth that he is quoted on saying about justice system and how he wants to give these people reform and all this other stuff that he's all, got voted in for, and plaster that on Twitter and tweet it to himself. And then my caption along with it is, these words got you to win. They also will get you out.
Right.
So, that's just my new campaign for the next month or so.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's tons of things like what I always catch things that he says and I use it again. Like I basically give his words back to him, as far as like there's like this one quote he said, what's best for Wisconsin is what's best for the kid, or what's best for the kids is what's best for Wisconsin. It's like I always constantly tweet to him or comment under his Facebook posts and say, if it really was what was best for Wisconsin is the kids, then you would care about what's happening with Brendan Dassey.
Like he says that what the people want is what's best for Wisconsin, or something on that lines too, where he's talking about the whole people of Wisconsin and what their wishes are. Yeah. Well, I'm sure their wishes are not to have innocent people in prison. So I just shoved that in his face, because for the last, 3 weeks, I've been saying on my tweets, have you ever had a child never come home from school? That was my first one. Next one was, it's 2 days later, he's still not home from school. Can you imagine waiting 16 years for your child to come home from school? You know what I'm saying? And then I just tell him again, man, it's really sad that he has to sit there 16 years to wait to come home from school, to go home to his mom. How would you feel if that was your son? Things like that. But that's not good. So I'm going to, hey, you know what? Your words that you preached to get into the office that you sit in with all that power you do nothing with, them words will get you out too. People need to be reminded that you made a lot of promises that you're not doing. Now that it's election year coming up for him, he's starting to get into this and finding out who he's going to be against. So he's trying to jam everything in one thing, he starts talking about that juvenile prison they got. He says something about making it nicer for a juvenile prison. Why do you want a juvenile prison? What about a juvenile reform school or a juvenile reform program or a juvenile correction with, schooling and teaching? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? A prison? That doesn't
Right.
You're talking about being an educator and you don't want to educate juveniles while they're in trouble at a young age where you could maybe change their life. You'd rather stick them in a prison and make it, a nice, pretty prison.
I know the particular juvenile prison that they're talking about, that he's talking about, has had so much bad publicity in the news and all that. That was one of the things that he talked about in the beginning of his election, where he was going to take care of that basically and either shut it down or create a new one or fix it up or whatever, because it was such a bad, it was really bad.
Yeah, he's gonna fix it up now.
Yeah, see, so I mean that's why he's talking about that particular one.
I know why he's talking about it. He wanted to make it better, and he wanted to take people that were 25 years or younger or something and try to make them totally, in parole and education.
Right.
I haven't seen none of that shit, dude. What are you doing with that clemency? All you're doing is giving people that have already been out who did time for things they did, okay, and 10 years later they want a fishing license or they want to go hunting. So you're granting them, for pardons. Big deal. You need to look. If somebody's screaming pure innocent, and you really can see it if you would just open up your eyes and even look at it, or maybe look at those. I want to do that too, Becca. I got a brain thing. I want to take copies of the 250 omnibus letters, and I want to send one every day. I want everybody to send the same one to the governor. And then the next day, send another one. You could do that for 250 days.
There you go.
And if you get a bunch of people sending the same letter, that Jerry and Dean gave me that.
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think we should do that too. I mean, forget all this Zap Mail stuff. He needs to start saying, what's this? Getting piles of letters with the same letter in there from some expert who's telling you Brenda needs to be out. Well, who are you going to listen to? If you won't listen to the people, maybe you'll listen to the experts. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's worth a try. I'm get frustrated.
Well, so with Dozer, the first batch I had was 250 postcards, and now I have 500. So I definitely went through a lot, and I hope. Yeah, Nicola is a Wonder Woman with the emailing. That's what
prison. It's called it is prison. Oh, here's Squids. I'll give you the email.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yep.
I'm all for whatever way people want to get in touch with Governor Evers. I prefer snail mail just because I feel like it's an actual physical thing. You can't just throw, but an email is just as good. So, everyone can do what they can do. And I think that's all great. Yeah. Scheduled emails. I send him an email a day, plus I tweet at him, plus I send him, letters and stuff. So, it all adds up.
I talk about him. I tweet about him.
Yeah.
But I want to start emailing them snail mail, like you said, a letter from the omnibus thing.
That's a great idea.
And I think we should just, look at them and say, well, go right from the top. So nobody will get confused. We'll just take from the top. You email that person, you copy up that person's, and then send it that week. And then the next week you do the next one until we go all the way through them. That's 250 days that's almost a year of stuff.
I think that's a great idea, and I support anything positive like that that helps Brendan.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I had the idea a long time ago to do it when Eric Cozy started reading some of them again, and that's a long time ago. And I thought, man, you know what? I think we should mail this stuff to that guy, that governor, and I didn't know that much about it then. But to me, if we get more people like just us three sending him one of them a week is a lot. But if I know everybody in this chat will do it. And I know once we get it on the Facebook group, they'll do it. So that's going to be a lot of snail mail coming through with a professional expert's letter in there.
Yeah.
We're using words that people have already put out there for him to hear. And his own words. I want him to eat his own damn words. That's why I will tweet what he says and has not done yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great idea. We'll have to get that going.
There you go, sweetheart. That will work.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
And you can send one to the Governor Evers too. We'll give you that address. Becca will put it in your envelope if you need it. So tell her if you need it.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. And so like I said, just email me at the email address that Linda posted, and with your
order, you get a pre-stamped governor postcard. So you make sure you send that one.
Hopefully soon. I ordered the
so
stamp.
Everybody gets one of them, and then they got to mail it there, right?
Linda, I say to you that when I saw that your post on Twitter about Brendan never coming home from school, I want you to know that literally gave me chills when I read that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And what you said, that just I think about that ever since I saw that you put that, because I didn't think of it like that. And that's really emotional. And I think I'm going to put that down on one of the cards that I send to him.
This is emotional. This is how I think of Brendan. Look at this poor kid.
Yeah.
I want people to literally feel what he does. So right now when I'm talking about it, I could cry talking about this because it affects me. So when I'm doing something like that, I really think what grabbed you? You know, what makes you see? I got chills. What makes you think this about this poor kid? And not only just Brendan, but the whole community suffers for this. His whole family has been tore apart. His future, which he could have been the cure of cancer for all we know.
Yeah.
He's never been given the chance. So how can you put a thing and say he couldn't have done that? He could have. Maybe he could have saved lives and he could have stopped all baby rapers. What would that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you just don't know what the potential for Brendan was and is, and that's wasting away. While some lunatic that did whatever they did is running free, and cops that I did nothing wrong. Of course you did nothing wrong. It's legally for you to do that, but where the hell is your moral compass?
They just wanted to win.
They wanted to put Stephen away. And when they did, they should have let Brendan go because Stephen was convicted already. They should have let poor Brendan go. See, I just get so, I just want to scream.
But the words said were emotional. And I think that I would like to get him more in the emotional spot. And I wanted you to know that it was.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because I try to, if somebody else felt it then too, then it obviously, it hits a more emotional part of you. You have children, you think, how could I be looking out my window every day to see if my kid is going to come home? Or waiting for that.
I couldn't.
Yeah. I don't know if he has children or not. I don't know. Maybe some people are good at taking that part of themselves and just being that person and then going home and being somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good
for me. But I didn't mean to make you feel hurt by it, but I'm glad it kind of inspired you to do something to him that will make him, because you can speak from your heart as a mother, and that will be very strong words because that's exactly how you feel. And that's what I did. I spoke like a mother. Yeah,
you did. Yeah. But it hit me in the heart. I just wanted you to know.
Oh, thank you.
I personally try to do more things like that when I tweet towards him, which I'm bad at getting on Twitter, but
even one tweet a week is still, you're doing something, it's better than not doing anything.
Right.
Like some people look at this and just go, nothing I can do. I don't know how you can do that.
Well, that's why I tell people all the time, like whether it's one thing or a million things, it all matters the same, and it all matters.
Everything does.
So either you tweet or email or write or call or whatever you feel comfortable with doing, or praying for him.
Do work.
Even sending him a and that goes to my next thing. You know, we've got a couple of holidays coming up. I have Easter.
Ooh, Easter bunny.
Yeah.
And I already sent out the St. Patrick's Day stuff. You know, that's another holiday coming up.
Blimey.
What?
I said blimey.
Blimey. But, you know, here's his address. So even if you just send him a card and say, we're thinking of you. Oh, wait. That card. So
Oh, God, I wanted to write that down. You took it off.
Well, it's in the chat. I'll put it back up when I'm done
Okay, I
with
can
it.
look for it in the chat. Go ahead. Oh, I got that cigarette in my mouth.
I'm thinking of you, and I support you and your story and your, you know, matters. And, you know, we all believe you're innocent. Even just sending him a card once in a while, you know, that all matters for him.
Yes,
And
Yeah.
you know, and he can't get physical cards, but that's okay. We still send him cards and letters and stuff. I still send him a card every holiday, like I normally have been, you know. So here's his address. Screenshot it. If you don't have it, just make sure you put your full name and address on the envelope. And I'm naive to the fact on how it is in the UK, and I realize that. So I just want to say,
they put their address on the back.
yeah, they put their address on the back, and I think that might be why he's not getting certain emails. So I just kind of want to do like a little thing here and say, so in America, and it might be why a lot of people aren't getting their letters through to him, but you know, you put his address right here, and then you put your return address and your name right here, just like that.
And then you write I love you and sealed with a kiss on the back.
So, you know, if you especially for the UK people, I know there's been issues with them getting letters to him and cards and stuff. Moonpig does not work for him anymore unless you order the Moonpig and have it sent to your house first, and then you fill it out where you can put your name and address. But, you know, as far as if you want to send like a card, just make sure you put your name and return address in the corner right here on the opposite side of where the stamp is. And then his information, and make sure you write it out exactly how it is right here with his Brendan Dassey DOC number, Oshkosh Correctional Institution, you know, spell it all out, give your full name and address, and, you know, it should get to him. It might take a little bit. You know, I sent him the art contest pictures, and I think he just got them today. So yeah, so he did get those, and but it took like 2 weeks for him to get it, and that's just how the mail is for him. So
we're gonna have a contest
again.
Ooh.
I thought I saw somebody post that Brendan doesn't want people to send from Moonpig anymore.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, he does not want people sending directly from Moonpig anymore because Moonpig does not put the return address on the envelopes when you send it, and he won't get it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, if you were to order a Moonpig card and then have it sent to you first, and then Moonpig sends you the card and an envelope, and then you could fill it out and then send it to him, that's fine.
Yeah.
But as far as sending from Moonpig, yeah,
don't do it. Just no more.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't want you guys. He didn't get like, I think it's up to 60 something.
Don't you think it's just easier to say don't do Moonpig? Send them to yourself first.
I have been saying
doing
no
it. They'll catch on. People will catch
I mean,
on.
I've been telling everybody that I know that sends Moonpig, and every time I mention the mailing issue, I say don't do Moonpig anymore.
Well, maybe they should put
people
it in
are
the
gonna.
description.
Yeah, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. You know, so.
Well, don't we have a list of things that can be done and sent to him in Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we could attach to that, maybe.
Right.
How's he doing in commissary? Broken Condition wants to know how he's doing in commissary.
He's doing good. The merchandise has really helped him out a lot to be, you know, so he's doing really good. The merchandise is selling really good. And there are people who do randomly give him donations and stuff, so
but yeah, I think the merch does really good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Because
it does.
$100 is a lot of money in there for them to have for commentary. So that's, and that's, I don't know how average it is, but we've been doing pretty good on the merch.
Oh yeah, we've been doing fantastic on the merch. He's really, every time I give him an update, he's really impressed by it. So you guys are amazing when it comes to it. And
ideas.
Yeah, so actually Carrie just gave me an idea earlier that I'm going to do
with my mug with the 3 dragonflies. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah.
She comes up with great ideas. Linda comes up with great ideas.
Mine
I take
sad.
any. Well, they're good
mine
ideas.
Are really sad.
So if anybody does have any ideas, always hit me up and I'll do the best I can with them. And then can Brendan have visitors? I believe he can. Starting the 1st, he could have visitors, but they had really strict restrictions with the visitors. But I believe those really strict restrictions dropped this weekend. So I think his dad might be going to go visit him tomorrow. And I say might because I know he's suffering with a toothache right now. That's really bad. So
that hurts.
And then you love Pete. I know what them toothaches used to be. Now I don't worry about it because I got some fakies in me.
But yeah.
Oh, I heard Jet. Oh, he's so cute. You can't see me because I'm smoking, guys. I'm sorry. I just don't smoke on camera.
You're fine. But yeah, no, I mean, hopefully he gets that checked out. He was describing to me what kind of pain he was in, and it sounds really bad. So,
well, toothache is the worst.
It is.
I think I'd rather give birth to a full-grown man than have a toothache. I used to say that because honestly, my teeth used to be that bad, so.
Right.
It was like, I couldn't explain how bad it was. So I said, well, I'd rather give birth to a full grown man. I guess it's kind of bad to say that, but that's the only pain I could,
Yeah, it is what it is.
It does. First, a toothache. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Carrie, for doing such a great job. You and Donna and everybody that does such a great job on Facebook. Thank you so much. You have no idea what
Carrie's one of my super mods.
Yeah, she's a super mod for sure.
She's one of my super mods on Facebook, and I really appreciate. I feel bad sometimes because I'm always constantly busy running around doing things, but Carrie and Donna, they really got it all down, locked, answering questions and approving posts. And, I know Barb is in there too, and she does a lot of work. And I know Michelle's going through some stuff. So,
and Linda does nothing but just a face. I'm just a name.
And Linda doesn't show up to job, but she gets a paycheck, so.
Okay, I'm collecting.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Thank you. I don't deserve.
It's all good. But yeah, no, so. Yeah, the group's going, and that leads me to the next thing.
Can I just say, this is Linda's thank you day to everybody. So I put out a video saying thank you. So I want to make sure that I say thank you to all the mods and everybody that supports Brendan here and that's not here that supports Brendan. And Carrie, thank you so much for taking such great care of Facebook.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for taking care of everything. Literally. You guys do a lot. Both, I mean, a lot. So you guys do a lot of things.
Well,
and it's appreciated. You guys are a lot.
We try. I just wanted to, stay busy for Brendan and to, I don't know, keep doing stuff. I don't know.
I'm a behind the scenes promoter.
I mean, a lot of printing off things and sending it to them. I mean, you do a lot, and you do a lot of pocket too, so you're appreciated, both of you guys.
Well, thank you.
I'm a behind the scenes promoter, but everybody else does though.
Well, not just behind the scenes. I mean, everything. I mean, you guys.
Well, thank you. The best way to say is thank you. Gotta do that, Becca. Thank you. I think it's so cute when she does that.
So I just posted the link to our Facebook group in the chat if anybody wants to join it. And while we're on the news of Facebook chats, Be Brendan Brave this week or this weekend is dragonflies. As we all know, Brendan loves dragonflies. That's one of the symbols, and you know the little dragonfly logo at the corner of our screen, the one that Mystic Jinx made for us. You know, that's part of
Designed by Jinx.
Yeah, that's his
And
saying
not
is
on a rock.
dragonflies. No, this one was on a computer on Paint. On a computer screen. But yeah, so if you guys have any dragonfly stuff, dragonfly quotes, dragonfly pictures, I know a lot of supporters actually collect dragonfly things because it reminds them of Brendan. So, if you want to share those things or anything like that, pictures of dragonflies, Brendan loves them. I don't know if everybody remembers in the documentary.
His mom getting the tattoo on her leg.
Well, that, and also he mentioned in one of the phone calls with him and his mom, I believe in season 2, how he's seen one and it landed on his shoulder and it gave him a bit of hope that day about something that was happening court-wise. I can't remember exactly what, but
great flashback in my head because Teresa has that butterfly on her shoulder, and then that I just thought how symbolic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and that's the picture. I made of Brendan. There's a bunch of dragonflies, but one of them sitting on his shoulder.
Aww.
And and now that I think about it, hold on. Don't jump.
That one, what was on his shoulder?
Yeah, that one. That's a video that Brad Dassey, Brendan's brother, made for him and this channel. And yeah, he included a little dragonfly on his shoulder. So, I mean, yeah, the dragonfly is a very big symbolic thing for Brendan. So if you're in the Discord, if you're in Facebook and you catch the Be Brendan Brave for this weekend, go ahead and post it. Even if you don't have anything dragonfly or any, positive comment always works. Or I know one person posts her cat all the time, and that's fine. He loves cats too.
Frozen kitty. Yep.
Yeah. Frosty, the frozen kitty.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. She's a very nice person. I mean, she
is. I love her. She's awesome.
Saves animals. People who are supporters, animal lovers, they're all really good-hearted people. They really are.
Right. Yeah, no, I love her. She's awesome. And there's another person that also so it's whatever you have that you're like, I don't have this particular theme, but it's positive. I'll always print it out and include it. So
yep.
Yeah.
It's all fair around here. All fair and love, no war.
Exactly.
All love, no war.
That's what this theme is dragonflies. And I hear from Brendan every Saturday. I did hear from him last Friday night and Saturday morning. He sounded really good. He sounded positive as usual. He was excited. I actually got an email from him last night. He's really excited about the new Pokemon game. He's really excited about the new starter. One of the new starters is a cat, in which I'm like, yes. And and this time it's a leaf starter or a plant starter, which is my favorite type of Pokemon because that's Bulbasaur. So I'm really excited about it too because I like cats. But anyway.
I like Bulbasaur. All the rest I don't.
I love Bulbasaur. That's my favorite, and he's a leaf starter.
Oh, well,
they call it, or a plant starter,
I like
or
Longneck in the.
Hey, Pete!
Too.
There's Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Everyone, throw some hearts in the chat for Pete.
Yep.
Heart. But yeah, yeah, so Pete, hopefully he'll be back next weekend. And Pete, if you're still listening, I hope you are, but are you going to be visiting Brendan tomorrow by any chance, or are you going to be taking the day off because of your tooth pain? So we'll give him a moment too. Yeah, look at all these hearts.
Aww. That's
yeah. I see other YouTubers do that all the time. I'm like,
we'll
do
fill
that
the chat
here.
with hearts. Fill the chat with hearts.
We'll do that here.
Fill the chat with purple hearts for summer or
yeah, that's whatever. What I mean. Like I see Cher do it. Yeah. There's another YouTuber that I see do it. That's why I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
I fill people's chats with it. Yes, Pete, we love you. We miss you. It's not, you know, Carrie's a beautiful, you know, set in for you. But
I love having Carrie up here. Yes.
Yeah.
We also miss Pete's.
Pete's better.
But we also meet Pete.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully everything works out for Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, yeah, that's all I have. Does Linda have anything announcements that she'd like to make?
Okay, Sunday we are doing the O'Kelly, O'Kelly over the coals.
Yes.
That's what I'll say. O'Kelly over the coals, because that's the only way. His head needs to be on a stake and the rest of him needs to go over the coals.
Yeah.
He's a waste of a poor tree working overtime in the forest to make him breathe. You know? Huh?
Where is he now?
Oh, I don't know. He was in Texas. Who knows? You know, Texas is closer to God with their hair and closer to hell if you're evil. So
I've been researching a little bit, and interesting about O'Kelly is, he was in 2015, he was involved in another case, but it was a death penalty case where he was expert, but he never testified in that case. And actually, they tried to get, because they paid him like a large sum of money that he never returned because, you know.
Oh, so they're trying to get him to take their money out, so a bankruptcy type shit or taxes or something.
So they were trying to get him to pay it back, but a judge, you know, recently, I guess, within the last year or so, you know, ruled that he didn't have to pay it back. But yeah, he's definitely out there running his scams and screwing people's lives over. The person who's on the death penalty is also
don't tell me it's a juvenile or something like that bad.
No, but he is petitioning his conviction. So I don't know anything about his crime or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I am anti-death penalty.
I'm 100%.
So I hope that gets taken off for him, but I don't know anything about his crime as far as if he's innocent or guilty or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think you can't take somebody's life back once they're, you know, you don't know. And nobody listens to you. If somebody even say somebody's on death row and he doesn't have a support team, he doesn't have a family because he was a criminal before, but he's not guilty of this crime that he's got sitting on death row for, and he has nobody to listen to him. If a prisoner is saying they're innocent, there should be somebody there that hears this and does something for that person. There should be some kind of program for that. I just firmly believe that, yes, a lot of guilty people will say they're innocent, but real innocent people say that from the get-go, and they keep saying it. The story don't change. You don't need to change the truth, right? You know what I mean? Right. So you should be able to determine who really needs to have their case looked at and who's just straight up just trying to waste time, you know? Wow. I don't know.
And while we're talking about that, I just kind of want to touch base on this particular recently two completely different cases, but are a wrongful conviction. Adnan Saeed and the West Memphis 3.
Yes, oh, that's right. Yes. New testing.
Both states, completely different states, are approving to test the DNA involved in those cases, which I think
one is still in prison.
Yeah, one is still in prison.
Are out, done with everything, and they're still trying to get their name back.
Yep. So I think that's pretty cool, and I'm actually trying to find the tweet right
It's
now
actually
because
cool, Becca, but it's really sad that 30 years it's taken the West Memphis 3
you're right.
to even get their DNA tested. Because first of all, they said it was
Well, and
gone.
for Adnan, it's
Yeah,
20
yeah.
years. And I didn't
Well, yes, but
realize.
he's not out in the world having to deal
Right.
with not having, you know what I mean? He's there, and that's worse to me because you're still locked up in that thing, you know what I mean? But that was the first podcast that was ever done on a wrongful conviction, you know that? And that case, just hearing about it made me go right to, like, which I consider the saddest case I ever heard was Khalif Brown. That is, to me, the saddest wrongful conviction I've ever heard of, you know.
Right.
He only spent 3 years, but it totally, completely wiped his life away from him. And the place he was in, you might as well have spent 40 years in there, because I've been to that place. I visited my husband in that place, Rikers Island. It is the worst prison you can ever imagine. That's all I can say to you. I went there once and said, I'm sorry, I will never, ever come here and see you again. I don't care. Never.
Right. But here's the tweet. She said, today, prosecutors and Adnan Saeed's lawyers jointly agreed to do DNA testing to find the truth. Also today, we learned that a court date has been set to resolve the West Memphis 3 prosecutors' refusal to test DNA. So that's pretty cool.
That's the best one to me.
Yeah. That's
you know, and let me see. You know, one of the things that she tweeted about, and I'm going to see if I can find it, if I can bring this back out, because I did that so you guys can see it. But one of the things she said, yeah, right here, it says, in Adnan Saeed's case, Maryland gets it. If petitioner's DNA is not present in this evidence, that fact would be exculpatory. Brendan's DNA was nowhere at the Hallback crime scene. Nowhere. And that's a fact. Brendan Dassey's DNA there's not a single shred of DNA connecting Brendan Dassey to anything involving Teresa Hallback.
They do they just, all they have is a pair of bleached jeans with nothing. And bleached jeans.
Yeah, there's no, and her DNA's not on the jeans.
Yeah, there's nothing.
That's what
I mean.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the, like, and that's what we've been discovering when we go through the O'Kelly thing. He's, you know, he's protesting. I wasn't even at the garage. I didn't see her. I didn't see this. I didn't see that.
I didn't see her coming up to us.
Yeah. He was not at the scene. So it's pretty remarkable that these cases are coming out. And I hope that this creates some sort of snowball effect. Even though this is all happening, I believe, in Arkansas and Maryland, it's what happens in one place is going to hopefully spread and affect all the other places. So I think that's great news.
Yep, that is great news.
Wrongful conviction community. Another person that I follow is let me see if I can spell her name right.
Doesn't it just scare the crap out of you that you can get accused of something and then they can just throw your life away like that? I mean, like, how, like,
2 people say that you get it, you're considered guilty if 2 people say it.
This is another person I follow. This is actually the main lawyer for Adnan Saeed, who's worked really hard.
Oh, yeah, she has worked very hard. She did the podcast too.
Yeah, she did the podcast. She even wrote a book that my coworker gave me recently.
There's Adnan.
Yeah, this is him right here. Let me see. There's a tweet that she mentioned. I am unprepared. Excuse me.
Who is this?
This is her name is Ravidad Chandri, and here we go. Okay, nope. Scroll up. Nope, scroll up. Had to have been up here. Hold on. She's basically the main lawyer for Adnan, and she has a podcast. She wrote a book. She was in the documentary, The Case Against Adnan. She, next to another woman who is really, okay, I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. Right here.
Yeah, DNA testing. I'm going, what the hell is she? Why are you passing? Oh, Brendan Dassey. Ooh.
She said, I think about Brendan Dassey all the time. An incredible ongoing injustice. Vote out everyone responsible. And I even will add to it saying, vote out the people who are letting this injustice happen.
Yep,
Yeah.
vote them out.
Oh,
Let their
wrong way.
words vote themselves out. That's what I think. They're gonna their own. You're gonna have to eat your words someday, man. That's what my dad and mom used to tell me all the time. You know, when I
Right?
was little, you're gonna eat them words someday.
Yep.
Guess what? I believe in that. And if you're if you're a governor and you have all that power and you are not using it for the good of one person, should be good enough for you to do
Okay.
it for. It doesn't matter masses. You know, they say the masses bring it. One person's freedom should be good enough reason.
All right. Roxana and Mystic Jinx, please take your late slips to the principal's office.
That's right.
Okay?
Grounded.
Nah, I'm joking. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to, and Alice, too. You can also take your late slip to the
They
principal's
were over
office.
there. They
Thank
were
you.
I
cheating
love
on us. They were
Alice.
doing a podcast. So
I know. I'm just. Thank you, latecomers, for coming.
thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, better late than never. It's what I always say. Anyway, so yeah, that's big news that's happening in those cases. And yeah, I not directly related to Brendan, but I feel like
What do you mean it's not related? It is. It's a wrongful conviction.
Right.
A little bit.
It's a little bit related, and I have hope that every good out there that's being done for one wrongful conviction person will eventually come back and help Brendan somehow.
Rainbows and sunshine, man. That's what we believe in, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Need a lot more of that in life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you, ladies. Been really great chatting with y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now I got an instant brain thing going on here, creativity thing, that I got to go make a video about the testing for these guys, and the tweet that I just snapped off this thing here about.
Okay. You're welcome.
Saying about Brendan. So got to make a quick.
But
video.
I hope everyone has a good day. Remember, Be Brendan Brave is Dragonflies. I'll be posting it in the group and on Discord. So please join one of those two if you'd like to participate in that. If you don't do social media at all, you have my email now. It's B as in boy, snash86@gmail.com. You're also welcome to send me these things so I can, I understand some people just don't like social media. So, if you want to do it that way, that's fine too. Anything positive, I'll always pass on to Brendan, even if it's just a quick hi. So it's Dragonflies. I got more postcards I'm sending out. Also, if you want a postcard, let me know, or if you want more postcards.
There's wristbands like this.
That's true.
There are $3, and there's bumper stickers. So don't forget that. The bumper stickers are great right there. They're very thick. They're nice. These bracelets last forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. Also, that's another thing. If you guys,
2019.
Yeah, the bumper stickers and the wristbands are $3.50 each, and $3 of it goes to Brendan, and the rest is shipping. Yep, and then those are the postcards and
this kind of stuff.
Merch
Be
store.
the coolest on the block, wearing Brendan Dassey on your back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're not only supporting a really good person, but you're also helping awareness for wrongful convictions, and it makes your heart feel good.
Yeah.
Yep. So thank you, Carrie, for being here.
Well, thank you, lovely. Even though you didn't say much, you sure look great.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, Linda, checking convictions. And I'll see you guys all Sunday.
Now we can rock out to the good music that you're going to play, because every time you play that one, I cry and I rock out. So
which one?
I don't know
what
what
should I play.
It's really it's a lady that sings it, and it's something about being strong or something. I don't know. It's really good. Makes me cry.
Let me see.
My fight song.
The fight song.
This one? No, that's not it.
Dude. I'm rocking out. I'm
like, which one is it? Which one is it?
It's the fight song.
Oh, here it is. All right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Hands, put your empty hands in mine. And scars, show me all the scars you hide. And hey, if your wings are broken, please take mine so yours can open too. 'Cause I'm gonna stand by you.